ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಕೆ.ಸಿ. ರಘುಪತಿಗೌಡ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 8 ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಂದ ಕನ್ನಡ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕನಾಗಿ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಎಲ್ಲ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳನ್ನು ತಿರುಗಾಕೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಈ ಒಂದು ಕನ್ನಡ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಅಂತ ಏನು ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಕೊಠಡಿ, ಈ ಕೊಠಡಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿಷಯಗಳನ್ನು ಒಂದೇ ಕಡೆ ತಿಳಿತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜ್ಞಾನಪೀಠ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ವಿಜೇತರ ಒಂದು 8 ಜನದಿದೆ. ಅವರು ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬರು ನೋಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಕವಿ ಹೆಸರು ಒಂದೊಂದು ಪೇಪರ್ ತಿರುಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ಕೊಠಡಿಗೆ ಬಂದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಒಂದೇ ಕಡೆ ಅವರ ಒಂದು ವಿವರವನ್ನು ಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿ ತಿಳಿಯಬಹುದು. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಕನ್ನಡದ ರತ್ನತ್ರಯರು ಅಂತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವರನ್ನೂ ಸಹ ಒಂದೇ ಕಡೆ ನಾವು ಅವರ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಬರೆದು ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಪೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಅವ್ರು ಬೇಕಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥವ್ರದನ್ನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹ ಓದಬಹುದು. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಮುಳುಬಾಗಿಲನ್ನು ಕವಿಯಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಡಿ.ವಿ.ಜಿ. ಗುಂಡಪ್ಪನವರಾಗ್ಬೋದು, ಅವ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆಯೂ ಸಹ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಪುಸ್ತಕವನ್ನು ಓದೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಈ ಒಂದು ಕೊಠಡಿಗೆ ಬಂದರೆ ಆ ಕೊಠಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಂಶಗಳನ್ನು, ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗೆ ವರ್ಣಮಾಲೆಗಳಾಗ್ಬೋದು, ಪಂಪ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿಯ ಪುರಸ್ಕೃತರಾಗ್ಬೋದು, ವಿರುದ್ಧಾರ್ಥಕ ಪದಗಳು, ಸಮಾನಾರ್ಥಕ ಪದಗಳು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯೂ ಒಂದೇ ಕಡೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಶಾಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮಲ್ಲಿ ಓದೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಈ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಅಂತ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ನಾವು, ಆ ಕೊಠಡಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬಂದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲನೂ ಸಹ ಒಂದೇ ಕಡೆ ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ಅನುಕೂಲಕರವಾಗಿದೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಇದನ್ನು ಉಪಯೋಗ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯ ವಿಷಯವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು.
मेरा नाम ज़बीउल्लाह है, मैं यहाँ हिंदी शिक्षक हूँ. जो बच्चे क्लास में क्या सीखते हैं, हम क्या बोधन करते हैं, जैसे हम हिंदी प्रयोग हिंदी क्लब में हम सभी ऐसी चीज़ें मनाएं. इसको देखने से, इसको सुनने से, हम बोलने से आप जल्दी से इस विषयों पर ग्रहण कर सकते हैं. यहाँ पर हमें उल्टे अर्थ वाले शब्द यानी ऑपोजिट वर्ड, उल्टे अर्थ वाले शब्दों का अर्थ को हमें यहाँ पर लिखा है और एग्जाम्पल भी हमें दिया, उदाहरण भी हमें दिए हैं. जैसे ही वचन का अर्थ क्या है और वचन के कितने भेद होते हैं, जैसे उनको एग्जाम्पल भी हमें यहाँ पर लिखा है. और लिंग का मतलब जेंडर है, लिंग का अर्थ क्या होता है और लिंग में कितने भेद होते हैं, और स्त्रीलिंग का अर्थ क्या होता है और पुल्लिंग का अर्थ क्या होता है. जैसे हम एग्जाम्पल भी उदाहरण भी हम यहाँ पर लिखे हैं. जैसे मुहर्रम का अर्थ भी हमें यहाँ लिखा है. जैसे 2 वर्ण वाले शब्द बच्चों के लिए और 3 वर्ण वाले शब्द. जैसे यहाँ पर कवियों पे भी जानकारी हमें दिए हैं, डॉक्टर APJ अब्दुल कलाम के बारे में, जैसे ज्ञानपीठ पुरस्कार के बारे में, जैसे प्रेमचंद्र यहाँ पर है, जैसे राम सीता दिनकर जी. से वर्णमाला भी बच्चों के लिए वर्णमाला, जैसे आ से क्या होता है, जैसे का से क्या होता है, जैसे स्वामी विवेकानंद के बारे में भी हम यहाँ पर बताया गया है. चत्तों को स्वामी विवेकानंद कहाँ पैदा हुए, कहाँ जन्म हुआ इनका, और स्वामी विवेकानंद ने के परिचय हमें यहाँ पर दिया है. जैसे भगवती चरण वर्म, जैसे हेलन केलर के बारे में हमें जानकारी यहाँ पर दिए हैं. जैसे अभिनव मनुष्य, जैसे अनुशासन ही आज शासन है, जैसे सिग्नल्स, जैसे ट्रैफिक सिग्नल्स के बारे में हमने यहाँ पर बताया है. जैसे संदेह वाहक, जैसे अनुमान मनुष्य, जैसे सारी जानकारी को हम यहाँ पर हम दिए गए हैं.
I'm Mrs. Suganti. I'm working still 3 years for this school, Deccan International School. Our school is giving this one lively education for the children. We have made this club to make the children to understand the English basic knowledge because the school is located in the rural area. We want to educate the children as well as the parents. So only we prepare these charts to bring the children to show whatever the needs they want to learn. And we have started from the big alphabets. That is, we are shown in the form of the chart and even the small alphabets, and even what are the kinds of centers and the structural classification of the center. And the part of the speech, there are 8 parts of the speech, and the 8 parts of speech are noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. And we are teaching even the tenses, and the tenses there are the present tense, past tense, future tense. In that active verb, and active simple present tense, simple future progressive. And we are teaching about the children figure of speech, even the primary auxiliaries, modal auxiliaries, and homophones. Homophones, prefix, suffix, conjunction, collocation. Homophones are the words which give same pronunciation but give different meanings and spellings. Even we are teaching the children, showing the picture what is sentence divider, and even we are showing the question island for the children. Next we are going to see the be in action words for the smaller children, that is kindergarten children. Even we are teaching the genders for the children. And we are teaching even in the smart board for the children to show what is a life education. children for the CCO model. Shekla, since I am working 10 years here, I am taking for kindergarten. First will teach for the alphabets for the smaller children with action, with rhymes only will teach for the alphabets. Then we'll teach the vowels. Then action words will teach what and all given in the books. Extra we teach in the action words also. We'll show the action plus in the smart board. Then we'll teach with the pictures students and opposite words will teach for the students with the picture and the smart board will use. Always we'll use smart board and the action. With teachers only will do the action with the students. Then we'll teach for the opposites and question will ask for the students. First we'll stick the pictures, then one by one we'll call the students. They have to tell the answers. What picture we are given in the picture, they have to pick the answer. They have to fix in the question. See, all the pictures we are given in the pictures only. Then gender will teach, then opposite words, sentence, everything will teach because they are bigger students. All that madam said no, they are teaching. In kindergarten only we will teaching alphabets, vowels, consonants, then opposite words, action words, only this will teach in the kindergarten level. If he goes for the second standard, we will teach many noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, everything will teach for the students.
Hello, hi, I am Ashwatappa, working as a social science teacher in Deccan International School since 5 years. See here, we have created some social club room based on NCERT syllabus. See here, we can see some of the incredible of India, like a Mumbai Gateway of India, Udaipur City of Lakes, Jaipur Pink City, Ahmedabad Manchester of India, Nagpur Orange City, Kolkata City of Joy. And here we can see some of the different maps of the based on geography. See Karnataka map. See here the different administrative divisions of Karnataka. And here we can see different geographical maps of our India.
Hi friends, myself Mohammad Ghaus. I am working as a social teacher since from 4 years in Deccan International School. So this is also a good event. So through that we are displaying a good education for the children. For example, if you can see here, this is a lesson like a rise of nationalism in India. So especially through this we can understand what are the concepts which are there in content. Even here we are displaying by like CCA activities and co-curricular activities we are conducting in our school. Like here you can see
rise of nationalism in India. The Indian Renaissance of the 19th century sowed the seeds of national unity in India. It was influenced by the new educational system and the growth of the press. The feeling of unity, pride in cultural and historical traditions, and anger at injustice led to the growth of a national consciousness in India.
Here friends, you can understand the content very clearly that here what are the Renaissance systems was started in our nation in the 19th century, and even what are the influences which are started from education system and the growth of press. So this so like this different things we can understand by this educom system. And next to here we prepared a few models like Gol Gumbaz. Next the cellular jail which is present in Sri Lanka. Especially during British government, they used to imprison the prisoners who are not acting according to the British government. Here one more very beautiful monument, that is Panch Mahal, constructed from Mughal Empire Shah Jahan, and after that we can see here a small model, that is Parliament. And even we pasted different our historians like from Mahatma Gandhi and Tipu Sultan, different different great people's photos we fixed here, and their information also we can see here. And through this social club, really we can gain a good knowledge for the students. Even we can improve their mentally and physically activities in our country. Thank you.
I myself Mohammad Saif.
I am working as a mathematics faculty. I am taking classes for 9th and 10th. So as you are looking, we are in the mathematics lab. So this mathematics lab is very much interesting activities are there, because nowadays we are seeing NCERT syllabus. In NCERT syllabus, actually NCERT syllabus is meant for the activity based syllabus. So actually here we created the models based on the activities. Here in this model, the student can learn types of angles, different types of angles, and here in this activity the Pythagoras theorem is there, and this is the theorem area of a similar triangle. So by looking this, the student can learn more interestingly. And here this is a Cartesian system which is meant for coordinate geometry. In 9th standard there is a coordinate geometry is there, and after that there is an surface areas and volumes. Here when the student will come here, and when he take these models, they can easily learn what is hemisphere, what is a sphere, and how he or she can derive the formula of this surface area of a sphere and hemisphere. Similarly, the next model will come, a cuboid is there. By looking these objects, the students of each class can remember the formulas based on cuboid very easily. After that, look here, this is a wonderful model prepared by our student. This is the model by which we can easily find out the terms related to the circles. Look here, by using this thread, the students can generalize the definitions of some basics, the definitions of circles like chord, diameter, tangent, and the secant, and then the final one is a cylinder. So these are the cylinders prepared by the students, and by sitting here, the student can easily learn or derive the formula of a cylinder. What is the curved surface area of cylinder and what is the total surface of a cylinder. And finally here, that is why pi is called irrational number. So as we know that pi is a irrational number, why we call that pi is irrational number? By looking this chart, the student can easily tell that why we call it as irrational number, because its decimal expansion is non-terminating and non-recurring. By looking these symbols, the students can learn and keep in mind what are the symbols is meant for. Example, look here, this is a sigma, we call it as a sum of symbol, and rupee symbol is there. And then this important symbols of geometry. Now here, this is very important concept in 10th standard, that is the areas related to circles. Seeing this model, the student can learn the areas related to circles, about sector formula, and then segment formula, and what are the formula used to find the area of sector, that is theta is equal to theta by 360 into pi r square, and length of an arc of the circle, that is theta by 360 into 2 pi r. And here finally, for the 7th and 8th standard, we prepare a family tree of a quadrilateral. So here, by looking this, any class students, 7th, 6th, 5th or 8th, they have the quadrilateral family. By looking this, they can easily remember the properties of quadrilateral. And finally, here family tree of polygons. So they are very important concept in mathematics. This is polygon. So here also, by looking this student, they can easily remember. So we providing not only the classroom facilities, but also like this we prepare the labs. From this lab we can easily improve their knowledge. And finally, smart classes are providing in each classes, like this educate smart classes.
Consider a circle and any point P on it. If the line passes through point P and you rotate the line above point P, then in various positions it intersects the circle at 2 points P and Q.
afternoon, sir. So actually, this year only we have made this science club. So as we all know that in most of all the students, they are feeling somewhat difficult science and maths. To reduce that feeling only, we have framed this science club this year in our school. And science is nothing but it is a systematic study of our nature. So whatever is there, whatever the things are there on the nature, so based on that only we are going to study under this science, that too in a systematic order. And whatever the syllabus is there for the students, based on that only we have framed, whatever the modules are there, we have framed all this, we have prepared all these based on the syllabus only. And this, we know in science, living and non-living things are there. That means whatever the things are there on the nature, we can classify those things into living as well as non-living things. So few examples of living things are nothing but plants, animals and human beings. So plant, which consists of many parts, already most of all the members, they know whatever the parts are there in plant. And these are the parts of our body. Then science already I have told, it is a systematic study of our nature. And also whatever the living things are there, all the living things are made up of a basic unit called cell. So cell is a basic structural and functional unit of all the living organisms. And this is nothing but plant cell and this is the animal cell. So plant cell and animal cell, both of the plant and animal cell, which consist of three main parts like cell membrane, then inside that cytoplasm is there, and in the center there is a nucleus. But in plant cell we can identify, in addition to cell membrane, there is a cell wall. So this is the outer covering, and which is that cell membrane which is present both in plant cell and animal cell, which is acting as a plasma membrane, because through this whichever the things which can move in and entry, so which can act as a semi-permeable membrane, so which can allow in and entry of some of the substances. And this is water cycle. So already we are facing the water problem. So to reduce that, water cycle is nothing but mainly which consists of evaporation, condensation, and also evaporation is nothing but transmission of water into water vapor, and condensation is nothing but water vapor into water, that is nothing but condensation. Model of water cycle. So water cycle mainly it consists of evaporation and condensation. So evaporation is nothing but the conversion of water into water vapor, and condensation is nothing but conversion of water vapor into water. And this model is nothing but acid rain, and this is mainly our smaller kids, they prepared this modules. And this is about chemistry. So these are solid, liquid and also gaseous. So already I said living things and also non-living things. Living things mainly that is made up of cells. So like that, non-living things which is made up of molecules or atoms. So these atoms are very tiny particles. And in solids we can identify atoms are very closely arranged. That means in between the molecules we cannot identify intermolecular spaces. But in liquid we can identify there is a little intermolecular spaces. That means atoms are arranged somewhat closely. And if we'll go for the gaseous, no, so in gaseous very loosely arranged the molecules, and here we can identify a large intermolecular space. And this is ionic compound. So how the elements are combining, reacting with each other to form a compound. So this is Na, that is sodium, and also Cl, that is chlorine. So which can form NaCl, that is sodium chloride.
Myself, I am Monica. I am handling physics since from 2 years. In this physics, basic concept is about motion, and different types of motions are there. If we show figures, means they will understood in a better manner. Here one experiment is there, Newton's first law. If we say statement, means the students will feel little bit tough. If we show by using one activity, if any object it is in a state of rest or in a uniform motion, unless it is compelled to change, when we apply a force only, then it will move. This is just one activity. This shows the Newton's first law. And this is free energy producing by using pencil graphite. When we switch on, here the bulb will glow, because here we are using lead, means here the lead is a good conductor of heat and electricity.
Onion peel, and this is the stem cell. So how the cells arranged in onion and also in the stem. So we can observe under microscope. And these are test tubes, so which can be used in chemistry laboratory for some of the reactions and for some of the experiments.
This is a simple pendulum. It is a bar suspended from a string, and it is an example for vibratory motion. Whenever the object is moves in a to and fro motion, from its mean position is called vibratory motion.
And this is full based on biology only, that is based on life. So life process, this is based on life process. Life process are nothing but the processes which can make an organism to survive on this earth. So without these life processes, no one can live. So as we all know, this is the digestive system. So along with this, we have some of the systems like digestive system, then excretory system, respiratory system. So here for respiratory system, we have done the model like lungs. And along with that, nervous system will be there, so muscular system will be there, then neuron. So neuron is nothing but it is a basic structural and functional unit of nervous system. So as we all know, so how we can give the response to the reactions. So through this neuron or nervous system only we can respond to the stimulus. Stimulus is nothing but changes in the environment. So for example, in the classroom, if we'll ask the question, they are going to respond to us through the answer. So through this neuron only, so whatever the question that will be asked by the teacher, so which will be received through the sense organs and which is carried by this neuron and which will be given to the brain, and thus brain will be interpreted the answers and it will be given through some of the organs in the students or in the human beings. And this is the life cycle of butterfly. This is the adult eggs, so which will be lays on the leaf, and also that will gives rise to a caterpillar, and that can make an cocoon, and that leads to at last adult butterfly.
ವೀಕ್ಷಕರೇ, ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಮುಳಬಾಗ್ಲು ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಚಾನಲ್. ಇಂಥ ಸುದ್ದಿಗಳು ನಿಮಗೆ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗಲೇ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಯಾವ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಇದು ಮುಳಬಾಗ್ಲು ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಚಾನಲ್.